Evening Fix-It fans. So as you can see on the table, I have got another project. So it will be coming to the channel soon, this one. So I bought this one off the computer and it was delivered the other day, and it is a JVC A-S5 amplifier. It is 30 watts per channel. It is made in Japan and it is from 1979. So it is a vintage JVC, this one, 1979. Now it is another one that doesn't power up or do anything, so it is not working. But just look at the condition of it. It is in good condition, this JVC. There is no marks or scratches on it. There is no nothing. So whoever owned this from new must have really looked after it. And this is one that I've been after for quite a while, because I had one of these when I was a kid and I really liked it, so I've wanted to get another one of these. And from what I can remember, like years ago, I was a kid, but it had a really decent sound to it, this JVC. That's kind of why I wanted another one, because I really liked my old one, because it was big and massive, and it really used to have a good sound to it. So hopefully get this one up and running. This one will have a good sound to it as well. And it does look quite modern, this one, don't it? Just look at it. That does not look like a 70s amp. It looks more modern than that. But I assure you, this one is 1979. So JVC must have been going for a more modern look with our amplifiers, because a lot of the other amps and that from 1979 still have that old-fashioned early 70s look to them. But not this JVC, look at it. So as you can see, look, the front of this one is in fantastic condition. That is why when I see this one on the computer, I thought, right, I'm going after that. So everything on it, right, it does sort of feel alright, but it all feels a bit stiff, like nothing has been used for ages. So I would say this JVC has not worked for a long time, because everything just feels a bit seized up, where it has just sat for years without being used, I reckon, this one. Bit of deoxin and get it back to life though, all them switches, because none of them feel broken or anything. They just all feel like they haven't been moved in a long time. And I used to like them inputs on the front there on my old one, because although that says tape, you can plug anything into there and you haven't got to turn it round. Well, except your record deck. Do not plug your record deck into there, but you can plug anything else in. So with it, everything feels good, right? The worst button is that loudness one. That feels like it is very seized up. So is the on-off button. It's working, but that feels very seized up, that on-off button. But it does seem like it's all working. Nothing feels like it's grinding or broken. It just feels unused. So I'll just put the camera down for a second and then I'll turn it round and show you the back. And again, it's nice, the back of this JVC. It looks a little bit rusty on the speaker terminals and things, but it's got no damage on it. So look there, the back of it, it's like immaculate, this JVC. So you can see there, it's got its voltage changer on the back, it's got a fuse in the back, it will take 2 sets of speakers, and can you see there, they do look a little bit rusty, them terminals. I'll have to give them a good clean up. So you've got a DIN tape input, and then you've got phono, tuner, auxiliary and another tape input. And you can see there it has got a bit of an RCA cable still stuck in the phono connections. Someone must have just ripped the lead out and snapped the end off. So it's got all the connections you want on the back of this JVC. Got a nice air vent at the bottom of the back there. So yeah, it's really nice, the back of this JVC. And it's big, ain't it? Look at it. That's a nice big size amplifier. So you can see there, look, manufactured by Victor Company of Japan. Tokyo, made in Japan. And that Victor Company of Japan, that is the actual company name, but they shortened it down and just used JVC. So I've just put the camera back down and I'll turn it round, and I've got my little trusty tape measure with me, so I'll show you how big this one is. So I'll just turn it round, and I do like the look of this JVC. Just look at it, that is a good looking old amplifier. That's why I liked it when I was a kid. I loved my old JVC when I was a kid, because it was just massive compared to most of the other amps I had. I did have a couple that was as big as it, but not many. Most of them was a lot smaller. So you can see there, it is 16.5 inches wide. Do the depth of it. Get the tape measure to hook on now. So it's just over 9 inches deep, and it's quite tall. That's why it looks so big. So that is almost 6 inches tall. So it is a nice big amplifier. It's a bit of a monster, this JVC. But it's not very heavy. It is lightweight, this thing. When I first unboxed it the other day, I was quite surprised how light it is. But you can see the transformer and that's through the vent at the top, so I do think all its parts are in it. They might not be, but it does look like it's all complete. So for its size, it really does not weigh a lot, this old A-S5. And as you can see, I've been using the old Bang & Olufsen speakers, and they seem to be working lovely, them Bang & Olufsens. I really do like them. They are a good sounding little bookshelf speaker. And after the old Pioneer SX750 had a good service on the channel, that seems to be working lovely as well, that Pioneer. It is a good receiver, that Pioneer. The more I use it, the more I just love it. And although it's only 50 watts per channel, it really has got a lot of power, that Pioneer. So hopefully we'll get the JVC on the channel, get the JVC opened right up, go right through it, and then I can get it working as well as this Pioneer SX750 or them old Bang & Olufsen speakers. Because it'd be good to get this JVC going again, because I'm really interested to hear this, because it's been a long time since I've heard one of these JVCs. And like I said, it was years ago when I was young I had one of these, so I might be looking at it with a bit of rose tinted glasses in it, thinking it's better than what it actually is. So I'm looking forward to getting this one working and then testing it out, and hopefully it will sound as good as I remember. But you never know, it might not. It might sound like a load of old rubbish, and I might have loved this one so much when I was a kid just because it was so massive. So thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, and I shall see you next time.